think I heard somebody holler KD80PC.
Well, hello, Dustin. KOWS.
Evening, Thomas. What's going on, my friend?
I just got out of the C-Park meeting, heading home.
Ah, very good there. Can't go wrong with that. Sounds like a good time there. We just finished having dinner a little bit ago, and we're getting ready for the Beacon Net.
Sounds good. I am just going to go home and crash.
I did way too much napping today, so now I'm going to be up half the night. But, yeah, you know, that's how days off go sometimes. But I don't blame you. I would usually be going to crash out at this time, too.
Yeah, my brain is absolutely fried. I have had numbers all day, and I am just spooked.
I hear you there. It's my day off, so I flip the switch on the brain like Tuesday when I get home from work, and then I flip it on Friday morning on my way out the door, and that's my story, and I stick to it.
Well, that's one way to deal with it. Yeah. Oh, well. It has stopped precipitating, and guess we're just going to have to wait and see what tomorrow holds. Unfortunately, I got to go to North Linstead tomorrow morning.
Oh, man, well, I hope it goes well. I was reading something just a little bit ago. It doesn't look like it's good. We're going to get so much snow and stuff from this front that's coming through. Looks like it's going to be to the west of us, a lot of it, north. But I think I saw we're going to get 2 to 3 inches or something, so not too bad. Like I say, I don't have anywhere to be till Friday, but I hope the weather cooperates for you tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. And it's going to be in the morning, so I just hope that it's not bad enough that people decide they don't know how to drive again.
Oh, that's how it was here. It was that Monday morning when it was kind of slushy in the morning, and everybody was doing 5 mile an hour because they forgot how to drive in it.
Yeah, that wasn't even slippery. It was just kind of yucky, get your feet wet type of stuff.
Yeah, it definitely made me realize that my boots were leaky and I have to get a new pair. That was unpleasant. Just the 30-foot walk from my van to the door at work soaked my feet.
Well, that's no fun for anybody. Yeah, that was one of those, it was just cold enough and wet enough to be one of those chilling to the bone, but you realize it wouldn't have been much worse if it was 2 degrees. If it was 2 degrees colder and everything was snow, it would have been much more pleasant.
Oh, absolutely. We got so much stuff up there on our roof that all the slush clogged the roof drains, and we had like 6 inches of water on the entire roof of the building. We only found out because it started leaking, and one of our guys that used to be a roofer had to climb up there and clear out the drains. But it was definitely a predicament. But yeah, it wasn't slippery at all, and by like 9 or 10 in the morning, it all melted anyway. I don't like the snow, so I'd rather have the rain personally. At least I don't got to shovel that.
tonight where there's nothing, it's all dry. It's even better.
All right, don't know what that was, but there you go. Yeah, you know, I agree with you. If it could just stay dry, that'd be fine too. But we're in Ohio, we can't get that lucky forever.
Yeah, I hear you. Anyways, I'm about a minute from the driveway, so I'll bow out here and say 73s. You have a good time on the net there, and you can throw me on the log in and out. I'm gonna go get some of these. 73 Dustin, KE8OWX. Clear on your final.
All right there, Thomas. Well, it's great to hear you out there, my friend, as always, and good to catch up. We'll put you in and out there on the beacon net tonight, and definitely take an HT so you can listen and let us lull you to sleep there. 73, my friend, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KD8PC, and I'm going to be clear.
KD8EPC K5CFY. Check in, Ollie.
All right there, Mr. Ray.
3 Echo Tango Bravo.
We'll get you on the list. You're not going to stick around and play with us tonight.
W3ETB K5CFY. What's going on, Eddie?
Yeah, hi, Ray. Yeah, I missed your hour this morning. I didn't get a chance to do it because I was at the store getting quite a few things that we needed to get taken care of. And by the time I got back home, the wife gave me some chores to do, and then unfortunately, by the time I got finished, I said, "Uh-oh, it's over." Anyway, there's always the next time. So, hope you're doing well, Ray. Everything's okay, and there's not a lot of snow or anything in your area there. Back to you, Ray.
No, everything's fine here. We're supposed to get one more day of, I think it's supposed to get in the 50s again tomorrow, and then tomorrow night it's supposed to start dropping, and I think we got a couple of chances for some snow, but we're going to be about 4 or 5 days that it's going to be below freezing for 5 or 6 days in a row, so and one of those days, or a couple of them, are going to be in the teens or single digits, so I'm not looking forward to that, but I think we got just about everything out so we can just hibernate for a week and see what happens.
Yeah, I got my new headset, so hopefully I'm sounding okay. This is going to make it even nicer to do the net. It's more comfortable than my old headset. Actually, it's windy here. We had a lot of wind damage and flooding yesterday, and it's kind of windy today, but not too bad. And tomorrow is supposed to be nice and sunny. A little bit more wind, but not as bad as it has been. And they're calling for possibly maybe some snow next Tuesday, but hopefully so far we've been able to miss all of it. So I'll turn it back to you there, Ray, and be listening for the net. I'm going to be in listening and give my answers. I heard you say something about you were going to be only check-in only. Back to you.
I heard Dustin in there. I was just messing with him, but yeah, we got they start the net up. But anyway, yeah, we're just got through eating some dinner and came in here and turned the radio on and Well, I'll just hook the node up and see what's going on up in Ohio there.
Yeah, I just realized earlier today, and I thought to myself, I said, you've been writing 23 on everything you put down. So I'm looking back at my log here, and sure enough, every day since the beginning of the year, I put down 23 instead of 24. I don't know whether that actually says something about me or not there, Ray. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, and I'll be clear on your final, so we can be listening for the net. It's good talking to you, Ray. W3TV, back to you.
All right, Eddie. Well, you take care, and good to hear you. K5 CFY, we're clear.
K5 CFY, if you even think for a second that we're going to log you in and out of the net tonight, you are sorely mistaken, my friend. Good to hear you out there, and Eddie W3ETV, good to hear you too. We'll talk to you both come net time. This is KD8EPC, clear until sound check.
Well, let's see here. I might put the repeater dropped. Put my call out to check into the net because we're just getting out of shower and might be tied up a little bit, but I'll be there. So early check-in pre-net. WB8 GKV Whiskey Bravo 8 Golf Kilo Victor in Wadsworth.
W3ETB. Eddie, this is KD8SLG. I got you on the list there, Eddie. I was listening in. You sound fine tonight on your new headset, and no packet loss. So life is good there, buddy. K5CFY. Are you still out there, Ray?
KD8SLG, K5CFY. Yes, sir, I did step out of the room, but I was headed back. I refilled my cup, but good evening. How's everything going, Nick?
I was emptying my cup, so to speak. Going great there, Ray. Going great. Heard you guys in here while I was taking care of business, and thought I'd reach out and say hi and say, fine business this afternoon, man. 83 check-ins. That's nothing to be laughed at, is it?
Roger. Yeah. Anyway, I just got there eating dinner and came in here and thought I'd sit down and look at my emails and turn the radio on. And anyway, all's good here. It's still, we're supposed to have one more day of weather before the bottom falls out. They keep saying blizzard-like conditions with a lot of wind and cold and maybe some snow. So I think we got everything about ready.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta be ready to, and don't forget, you gotta go out and stock up on eggs, milk, and bread so that you can make French toast, I guess.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I started the generator up, let it run for a little bit, and got fresh gas for it, and so I don't think we're going to have any ice. That's the only thing that worries. If there's any ice involved, power lines tend to start coming down with the wind like that if there's any ice at all on it, but anyway, I think we're pretty much set, and I think we'll be okay.
Sounds good, Ray. I got to do a little shopping tomorrow. Of all things, I'm short on water, and I refuse to drink. I won't drink my well water, so that's something I got to go stock up on. A little visit to Sam's Club. Yay! On tomorrow, my day off from radio. All right there, Ray. I got you in your regular spot there, number 10, K5CFY. It's KD8SLG.
W8WKY.
Righty. We appreciate that, Nick. Wednesdays are a whole lot more kick back for me to get on the Beaconnet. On Sunday nights, I try to check into the Skywarn Youth Net, and then I have the C4 Fusion Net, and then the American Airlines Net, and then the Beacon Net, and it's just bam, 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 and so Wednesday nights it's just the Beacon Net. So anyway, we'll catch you later there. Thanks for getting me in there, and we'll say 73 for a little while anyway till we get back. K5CFY.
Thanks, Ray. We'll talk to you later. KD8SLG, clear with K5CFY.
WB4AIZ.
WB4AIZ. There's Chuckles. Buddy.
Well, geez, thanks. How's everybody doing, WB4AIZ?
Well, we're cold and wet up here in Northeast Ohio there, Chuck. How are you doing, buddy? How's the weather down there?
Well, let's see, this was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. We had a line come through. You might have gotten part of it, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure exactly how far it went up, but it was, we had one confirmed, pretty much confirmed DF0 tornado, but it didn't last long. But anyways, we're okay. I think it's 60s, I think, right now. So we're recovering, but we got the train coming through. You know, all the southern jet stream. Every couple days we get more another front coming through over.
All right there, Chuck. Tis the season. It is, well, it is winter. So keep yourself together down there. It's good talking to you. I got you checked in and out tonight as usual, unless you're going to stick around.
Yeah, you got it. In and out. Anyways, had to charge up the phone so I could check in and out. WB4AIZ.
All right, man. I got you on the log, and we'll talk to you later. Get your phone charged up overnight, and you'll have it all day tomorrow. KD8SLG, clear with WB4AIZ. Talk to you later, Chuck.
All right, thank you. Almost had time for you know who, WB4AIZ clear.
This is KD8SLG. The BeaconNet pre-show will start in about 2.5 minutes. I'll be right back. KD8SLG.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. QST, QST, QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show, sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, right here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114.8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. to light up the nighttime airwaves. Pre-show starts at 9:30. That's 8:30 Tulsa time. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. So what we're doing here is a little pre-show. We line up all the check-ins for the net that starts at the top of the hour. We'll do a couple of rounds of check-ins, and I'll go back through the list and see who's sticking around for the big show and who's just here to get their ticket punched. As is tradition here on the BeaconNet, let's check in with the BeaconNet crew, see what's going on, make sure their radios are working and everybody's ready to rock and roll tonight. Or as I like to call it, the Mickey Mouse roll call. KD8 EPC, this is KD8 SLG. You out there, Dustin?
All right, KD8 SLG, this is KD8 EPC. Well, I've been told I'm out there, Nick, so take it as you will. But I am here. I'm ready for the net. Actually, if you just want to proxy me in and out, that would be just fine. But we'll be here come net time. This is KD8 EPC. Back over to KD8 SLG.
Yeah, you're not getting away that easy today, Dustin. Good to have you on board, man. You sound good. You sound better than you did this afternoon. I don't know what the hell that crackle was this afternoon, but it seems to be gone for now, so that's a good thing. Going to clear with KD8 EPC. He'll take over at the top of the hour. Let's see if Nick's out there. Nick at night. KD8 QKO. You out there, Nick? Oh, I love you, Nick at night. All right, let's check in with Mike. He's got trivia tonight. He better be here. KD8 QWE. This is KDSLG. Out there, Mike?
Kilo Echo Wake, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, Nick. Yes, I am here. Yes, I have trivia, and yes, I'm ready to go. You sound great. I'm sure I sound like me. This is Kilo Echo Wake, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 SLG.
Mike, you sound fabulous. Looking forward to whatever you got tonight. Going to clear with KE8 QWE, and that brings us down to Lucy, who's got alternate trivia tonight. I can hardly wait. KE8 YUK, are you out there, Miss Lucy?
You're all going to be disappointed to hear my voice. This is KE8 VKA, Mr. Lucy. She's upstairs nursing Betty to bed, but she'll be down in time. KE8 VKA, back to KD8 SLG.
Mr. Lucy. Right there, Josh. Thanks for picking up and not leaving me hanging there. And I got you on the list as well there, buddy. Going to clear with K8 VKA in lieu of K8 YUK. That's it for the team tonight. Everybody's out there, it seems. Let me tell you who I got on the list so far, early check-ins from the blue screen, and who I talked to before the net started. K8 OWX was in and out way early. We got W3ETB Eddie, KC0LRM Kelly, WB8 GKB Ed. I got you in there, buddy. KFY in his favorite spot, number 10. K8 VKA Josh again. K8 TQR Keith sneaking in. WB4AIZ Chuck in Florida was in and out. K8 YUG Josh. Hold on. What did I do wrong there? Oh, yeah, that's the other Josh. Josh and Marie. Hi, Josh. KC3 MWK, Bruce in North Carolina, K8 MNT, Tom in Canton, K8 BZA, Eric up in Strongsville, and last but not least, we got KG4 SCK. And as we speak, I'm adding N8 JET to the list and WA8 KOC. Let's do a couple of check-ins and see who else is out there, and then we'll start working this list to see who's sticking around. This is KD8SLG. Listen.
November Tango 8 Delta NT8D, Dave and Copley.
All right, let me grab it right there. We had an NT8D, thanks, Dave. And then I had a Tango Foxtrot, but I did not hear anything at the beginning there. If you could please come back and slow roll me phonetics and otherwise, please.
Tango Foxtrot, Mike Mobile, I'll be in and out.
All right, Mike Mobile, we got you there. Whiskey 8 Tango Foxtrot, in and out. Thanks for checking in. This is KD8SLG. I'm looking for more check-ins.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec, Benjamin, and I'll be driving home soon.
All right, we had a KHBHQ there, Benjamin. I'm sorry I didn't see you link up. I usually get you early on, but you just hooked up there, buddy. So I got you on the list, and I'll just have Dustin give you a holler later on. I know you're sticking around. Thanks, Ben. Going to clear with K8BHQ. Well, let's work the list here and let some other people get roused up and see who else wants to join us a little later on. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG. Let's talk to Eddie, W3ETV. Eddie, are you sticking around for trivia tonight? All right, this is going to be fun. Eddie, are you out there? W3ETV, go ahead. All right, moving right along. I know Eddie's sticking around. Let's go talk to Kelly in Tulsa, KC0LRM. Good evening, Kelly. How you doing? And are you going to stick around to play trivia with us tonight?
Hey, KD8SLG. Thanks for getting in there, Nick. Yep, I will be sticking around, and doing pretty good here. It's about 40 degrees, and I'm just glad I beat Alan in there, so it makes for a good night. All right, back to you, and I will be sticking around for trivia. I'll let you get on down the list. Back to you.
Good deal, Kelly. Always a pleasure to have you here. Going to clear with KC0LRM. Let's check in with Ed, see if he's dried off yet. WB8GKB. Good evening, Ed. How are you? And are you sticking around to play trivia with us tonight?
Yeah, WB8GKB is here. Yes, I'm dried off and downstairs. Yeah, I check in early because I never know whether I'll still be in the shower or out of the shower or what. But I try to get in there somehow. So that's the story. And early is better. And yeah, we'll be sticking around. Say good evening. The antenna, nothing come down that I know of. I guess he talked about wind. But I get worried. I don't like cold weather and snow, so I'm kind of worried about that stuff. But we'll have to see. But wind, I don't know. It seems like everything's still up. So that's the story there. We'll turn it back to freenet control at WB8GKD.
right, Ed. It sounds like everything's still functional there, buddy. Good to hear you, and I got you sticking around for trivia tonight. Gonna clear with WBHEKV. Let's talk to Ray out in Tulsa. K5CFY. Ray, how you doing? Give Fred a little scratch behind the ear for me, if you would, please. And are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
KD8 SLG, K5CFY. Yes, sir, we are sticking around for the trivia question for sure. Back to you there on the pre-net, K5CFY.
Good deal, Ray, and fine business this afternoon, and many thanks to everyone on here who joined us on the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon. 83 check-ins between Dustin and Ray is no joke. Gonna clear with K5CFY. See what Josh is going here, or I don't know. We'll check in with Josh again. K8VKA in lieu of Miss Lucy. Maybe Lucy will show up this time. Josh, how you doing, buddy? What's the update?
Why, yes, this is Josh. I have been Josh all my life. Since I was born, I was Josh, Mr. Josh, in fact. I'm here. Betty fell asleep really seamlessly, and I'll be here for trivia. Back to you, Nick.
Oh, you guys keep me jumping. Good deal. Thank you, Miss Lucy, also known as KE8VKA tonight, apparently. Got you both sticking around. Good deal. Looking forward to your trivia there, Miss Lucy. You're going to clear with K8YUK. Let's talk to Keith, sneaking in, not Cade matching. K8TQR. I got an email for you later tonight, Keith, but that's all I got to say about that. How you doing, Keith? Are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
KD8SLG, KE8TQR. I got beat up a little bit on the Boredom Breaker net, so I snuck in here on the blue screen tonight, so I'm feeling a little bit better about that. Yeah, I'll be sticking around. KE8TQR.
Good deal, Keith. No worries, man. Especially on this one. It's just easier to get in here like this, as is the Boredom Breaker net. Gonna clear with KE8TQR, who's sticking around. Let's go way up north and talk to Josh. KE8YUG. How you doing tonight, Josh? You sticking around for the big show?
KD8SLG, this is KE8YUG. Good evening, Nick. And, yep, we'll be sticking around. Yeah, I was mobile there for the food group, but I'm over here now at the QTH, way up north, and doing good. So, yep, we'll be sticking around. Good to hear you. I'll send it back to you, KE8YUG.
K8YG, KD8SLG. My attention was at best divided during the food net tonight, but I'm glad we both got in there and got a chance to talk to Miss Jeannie. And I got you sticking around tonight. Going to clear with K8YUG. Let's go to North Carolina. See what's going on down there with Bruce. KC3MWK. How you doing, Bruce? And you going to stick around tonight?
At KD8SLG, KC3MWK. Yes, Nick, I'm going to stick around tonight. Back over to net control, KC3MWK.
Awesome, Bruce. Great to have you on board, as usual. Going to clear with KC3MWK. Next up, we got Tom over in Canton, KA8MNT. Tom, how are you tonight? How's Linda? And are you going to stick around to play trivia with us, or you want to make sure you get up in time for the barometer net tomorrow morning?
KD8SLG, KA8MNT. Good evening, Nick, and everybody that's on here so far. Well, I don't know. I'm probably going to be sitting here because I have to watch my 3D printer for about another hour or so. I was printing some stuff up. So I'll listen for the trivia and maybe give you an answer But, yeah, I guess I'll stick around for a little bit. This is KA8MNT, back to KD8SLG.
Tom, is that the new print head? Is it working out for you, or did you have to go for a whole new printer?
No, that's a different printer. That printer with the print head is like a regular paper printer. It is the 3D printer uses filament or plastic and lays that down and makes three-dimensional articles, so to speak, or models, or whatever you want to call them. So no, my HP printer is given me fits for the last 2 weeks, and I had to clean up the new print head today, and that took 3.5 hours. So I'm a little bit on the ragged side and mentally not really here. So I'll turn it back to you, KD8SLG, KA8MNT.
Well, that's what I get for eavesdropping on conversations. I thought you were talking about your 3D printer the other day. Well, 3.5 hours cleaning it. It better be clean. And if you're at a quarter capacity, you're going to fit right in with the rest of us here, Tom. Gonna clear with KA8MNT. I got you sticking around. Good times, Tom. Let's go talk to Eric in Strongsville, KE8VZA, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Eric? How was dinner? And are you sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG, this is KE8VZA. I am sticking around. I'm looking forward to it. Dinner was very nice, thank you. The burgers came out great. Had some fries with them, both courtesy of the air fryer. A wonderful invention. But anyway, I will turn it back to you. This is KE8VZA, back to pre-net control.
KE8VZA, KD8SLG. Good deal, Eric. Are you sticking around? I don't have an air fryer. That's one of those small appliances I don't have yet. We'll see what happens. Glad to have you on board. Going to clear with KE8VZA. Let's check in with my pal Mark in the middle, KG4SCK. Mark, have you tried out any of those ham sticks yet?
Hey, good evening, Nick. That's a negative. I fouled up. I didn't know they were 3/8-inch mounts, so I got to rectify that real quick. And I'm sorry, I don't think I can stick around. I'm already stuck square. KG4SCK, back to KD8SLG.
KG4SCK, I got you sticking around. Don't give me any crap there, Mark. Different connectors. Well, I know you'll work that out. Good to hear from you, Mark. And you are sticking around. Going to clear with KG4SCK. Let's pick up Bill, N8JET. See if we can get him to talk tonight. Bill, are you out there, and are you going to stick around and play trivia with us tonight? We're going to try him one more time. N8JET. Are you out there? Or are you walking the dog again, Bill? Well, I'm going to keep him sticking around anyway. Going to clear with N8JET. Let's pick up Fred, WA8KOC. My goodness, Fred. I think this is the 4th time today, starting at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. this morning. WA8KOC. How you doing, Fred? Are you just getting your ticket punched, or are you going to stick around and play trivia with us tonight?
Amateur radio is just a fine thing, isn't it, Nick? Thank you for picking me up, taking my check-in. I'm just punching my ticket. We haven't even had dinner yet. I got a heck of a headache going on here. I just got home from Bible study about, 20 minutes ago. But I did want to jump in and say hello. So hello to you and everybody else in here on the net. When Dustin gets off his duff and takes control, If you'd give him my very best, I would appreciate it. And you take good care of yourself, and you guys have a great net. I'm sure it's going to be fabulous, and I'm sure the trivia will be awesome as well. KD8SLG, the pre-net show, and the rest of the Beacon Net. 7-3, everybody. WA8KOC.
All right, Fred, take care of that head, and we'll catch you down the log. Again, I'm sure. Thanks for being here and getting your ticket punched. Going to clear at WA8KOC. Let's talk to Dave, Chief Cat Herder of the Barometer Net, NTAD. This is KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Dave? And are you gonna stay up and stick around and play trivia with us?
W8WKY.
Oh, good evening there, Nick, and everybody on the Beacon Net tonight. I hope everybody's having a good week. I'm going to try to stay up at least long enough to answer the question, although I don't know if I'm going to stay up long enough to hear the answer. We'll find out. Give me a call, and I'll do my best. And I just wanted, since Mike is here delivering the question, I won't delay things, but Mike, I want to contact you off air sometime. I hope you don't mind. I understand you have skills that I could learn from, and I wouldn't mind. I need a bookkeeping teacher to take a couple of lessons from. So I'd be happy to take you on as a teacher if you wouldn't mind taking me on as a student down here for a couple of lessons. But we can talk about that another time. I just wanted to broach the subject with you while you were listening, K8QWE. So thanks there, Nick. I'm going to see what he's got for a question there, or do my best to try anyways. Back to Net Control, NTAD.
Dave, we'll get you in there, buddy. We'll get you in there early. I'm sure Dustin's listening, and I'm sure Mike is listening as well. I hope you guys get everything worked out. That'd be cool. KD8SLG, clear with NTAD for now. W8TTF, Michael was in and out. K8BHQ's on his way home. He'll be home in time, I hope, to get the question. Let's go out to Tulsa and talk to Jarris, if he's out there. AI5Q, this is KD8SLG. How's Jarris tonight? Are you going to stick around and play trivia with us?
KD8SLG and the net, AI5Q. Yeah, I'll stick around and play trivia. I've got a fresh stockpile of beer and a long day to put behind me, so I'll be up for a little while decompressing and probably still working on stuff, to be honest. I got a plant that's very, very close to getting shut in due to quality spec problems with our tailgate, so we're working diligently to try and solve that problem, and we have until tomorrow at probably 10 or 11 a.m. to get it done. So anyway, I'll be here playing trivia and working on solving the world's problems. AI5Q, back to net.
Well, Jarris, if you're solving the world's problems, you can have 2 beers tonight. I got you sticking around, Jarris. Good to have you on board. Thanks for being here. Going to clear with AI5Q. And KF0MCM, Mike, I've got you on the list. I'll be calling you up in a second or two if you got Echolink working, which it appears you do. So stand by there. We got to talk to Nick and Sandy, who are up here in Ohio from Cibolo, Texas. KF5ADE. Good evening, Nick. How are you? Are you sticking around for trivia?
KD8SLG, this is KF5ADE, along with KG5SLG, Sandy and Nick. And yes, and I hope we're making the trip to the repeater right now, otherwise we'll have to shift over to Echolink. And so please reply back and let me know that you did get the transmission. Over.
KF580E, this is KD8SLG. You're slipping in there, Nick. You're a little bit noisy, but I heard every word you had to say. So no worries if you want to stay there. Just know it's a little bit noisy. I'm sure Echolink would sound better, but it's all so much easier on RF. If you'd like to hand over to Sandy and let me say hi to her, I haven't had a chance to say hi to her directly just yet. KG5SYC, this is KD8SLG. How you doing, Sandy? All right there, Sandy. KG5SYC, KD8SLG. Well, where Nick was standing, it was working pretty good, and where you were standing, it was not. So that was a real rough copy there, Miss Sandy. So when you guys check back in, be where Nick was and not where you were. Good to hear from you, Sandy. Looking forward to seeing you next week. All right, we got a new one here, new ham and new to the BeaconNet. KF0MCM, Mike in Colorado. How you doing tonight, Mike? And are you going to stick around and play trivia with us? The net starts in about 3.5 minutes.
Hey, good evening, y'all. Calling from Morrison, Colorado. I've been licensed about 8 or 9 months now, be 10. Just passed the general, and so put the G note down on a ICOM 7300. I've been working on packet 2-meter local here in the Denver area. It's working, but I got some issues connecting to the nodes and the BBSs. But yeah, I'll stick around. Thanks for the warm welcome. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Mike Charlie Mike Alpha Golf.
Well, congratulations there, Mike, not only on getting your tech license, but recently getting your general license, and congratulations on your purchase of an HF rig. You're going to have a ton of fun, man. And we're here every Wednesday and Sunday night. Come back and join us and stick around. We have a good time. Good to have you on board. And welcome to the show. Going to clear with KF0MCM. Added KD2HCE and KC8FQV to the list. I wanted to let you guys know you're out there, but real quick, let me grab KE8QKO. I didn't get to talk to him earlier. KE8QKO, Nick, you out there?
KD8SLG, KE8QKO. Yes, sir, you did not talk to me earlier because I lost track of time while I was doing dishes and missed the 9:30 start. Yes, sir, I was standing by. I got home about, maybe an hour and a half ago, maybe newer than that. But yeah, took my son to ski club tonight and was on the board and breaker net on my way to pick him up from school, and got home not too long before the net starts up. So it's been kind of a long day. But yeah, I'm here, sir, and I'm standing by for the start of the net with no responsibilities whatsoever. And I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
All right. I'm glad I got to talk to you tonight, Nick, and it was fun talking to you a couple of times this afternoon on the radio throughout the day too. And it's great hearing you on the barometer net in the mornings. You're a good addition to that crew. No responsibilities whatsoever. KE8QKO, KD8SLG. All right, we got two more here. KD2HCE, Chris, are you sticking around tonight, or are you just getting your ticket punched?
Hold on. Gotta grab the mic, and you heard the spring. KD2HCE, I'm going to be eavesdropping. I'm going to be lighting up the blue screen, but I got other things to do, like, I'm running that other net, so I got a lot of paperwork to do. So eavesdropping and
and blue screen's a lot easier for me on the BeaconNet. So punch my ticket, KD28CE.
I guess the foot pedal helps. KD28CE, KD8SLG, your ticket.
Is an ad underneath, and of course the terminal is in red, white, and blue tonight. It was, and so everything is going good. They are going to do a stress test tomorrow, and then now decide where they go from there. So, but she's doing a lot better. Matter of fact, she slept actually today, and she didn't wake up with weird things, or thinking about breathing and worrying about not breathing. So that's getting better then. So I'll be around for the net. So yeah, I got to refuel myself with insulin now. So I'll send it back your way, Nick, KSFQV.
KC8FQV, KD8SLG. Glad your mom's doing better there, Mark, and we got you sticking around. All right, this concludes the BeaconNet pre-show. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. I want to thank everybody who checked in with me here for my half hour. It's good talking to you, but let's let Dustin take over. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Light them up, Dustin.
All right, thank you so much there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a direct net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, just hang around and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linking with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters throughout the country and the world, so we ask that you keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked to the pre-show that'd like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, Nick must have got them all pretty good there. So before we start things out, let's go up and talk to Mike, KQWE, to get our trivia. What do you have for us, Mike?
Kilo Echo Wake, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. Okay, this is about a big antenna. In relationship to SETI, what is the big ear? A, the size of John D. Cruz's right ear. B, a Saturday night special at Ohio State for a carnival treat. C, the antenna at the Ohio State that picked up the WOW signal. D, the Ohio Highway Patrol's new radar. Again, in relationship to SETI, what is the big ear? The size of John D. Krause's right ear. B, a Saturday special at Ohio State for a carnival treat. C, the antenna at Ohio State that picked up the WOW signal. D, the Ohio Highway Patrol's new radar. I'll post this on the blue screen. This is Kilo Echo Wake, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you for the wonderful trivia question, Mike. We certainly do appreciate it, and I'm going to think about that for a minute. Let's go down here to KD8 YUK, Miss Lucy, for our alternate trivia. What do you have for us, Lucy?
This is KE8YUK to KD8 EPC and the group. Hi, everybody. I was gluing a teeny tiny fireplace. I think I might have wrecked it because I had chocolate on my hands and I didn't pay attention. Anyway, trivia, all trivia rather. This is going to be another slightly long one, but say it'll be shorter, so nobody freak out. Seamstresses, and really anyone who does any sewing, typically have a thimble or two as part of their equipment. Modern thimbles can be made of almost any material, but the purpose is to protect the fingertips from accidental needle pokes while sewing. Where does the name thimble come from? Is it A, the modern metal design was created by Teresa Thimble in 1695, B, a thimbleful used to be a legitimate alcohol measurement, and the name rubbed off since thimbles look like small shot glasses, C, it's a mashup of thumb and bell because they have a bell-like shape and would be worn on the thumb, or D, it's a French curse word that usually occurred post-needle stab and should actually be pronounced thimble. I'm going to pause for time and reread it. I made my husband laugh, and that's what counts. Okay. Modern thimbles can be made of almost any material, but the purpose is to protect the fingertips from accidental needle pokes while sewing. Where does the name thimble come from? A, the modern metal design was created by Teresa Thimble in 1695. B, a thimbleful used to be a legitimate alcohol measurement, and the name rubbed off since thimbles look like small shot glasses. C, it's a mashup of thumb and bell because they have a bell-like shape and would be worn on the thumb. Or D, it's a French word that usually occurred post-needle stab and should actually be pronounced thimble. Have at it, everybody. KE8YUK, back to net control.
All right there, Lucy. Well, I don't have an answer for you, but I certainly can picture Grandma Cornwaldo being stabbing herself in the fingertip with a needle there on accident. So there you go. Great question, and we're going to think about it. In the meantime, let's go start at the top of our list here and talk to Eddie. W3ETB, good evening.
I had to get on to Echolink. I had my cursor somewhere else. Yeah, hi, Dustin. How's it going? Twice in one day. Yeah, here we go again. Anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and give my answers here because, yeah, they sound like some very, very interesting questions. The first one, I think I'll go with answer C, having to do with the big ear, and that was in Ohio, I believe, you know. I did read about that one time before, and I think it was called the big ear. So anyway, I could be wrong, though, so don't take my word for it. And with Lucy's question, I don't know. I kind of like the answer B because the thimbleful of alcoholic beverage is about usually what I have. And, you know, I can't handle a whole lot. So a thimbleful is just about what I would have. So, yeah, I think that would be a good one. So I'll go with, let's see, what did I say? C and B for the answers from our trivia question. And you got a lot of other people, so I'll let you go ahead and move on down the list. This is W3ETB. Back to that.
All right there, Eddie. Well, great to hear you out there tonight. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo for your trivia answers. And I'll tell you what, I think every time somebody says thimble, we ought to take a shot. See see how long we can make it, or maybe we'll just have a thimble full. I don't know. We'll say 73 for now there, Eddie. Great to hear you, and we'll look forward to hearing you again soon. Let's go down and talk to Kelly now. KC0LRM, take it away.
Oh, KD8EPC. Hey, thanks for getting me there, Dustin. Thanks for Nick for running the pre-show. I'm going to get my answer out of the way. I think I'm going to make it easy tonight and go C and C, so CC. That sounds good to me. Thanks for running the net, and that's about all I got, and we're just sitting here, we're all bracing for the cold that's going to be coming in the next day or two. So everybody have a good evening out there, and 73s, and I'll let you get on down the list, because I think you got quite a few on there, and of course I know you don't mind working a little overtime. All right, back to you, Dustin. Have a good evening.
All right there, Kelly. Well, great to hear you out there this evening, and always good to have you with us. Yeah, you batten down the hatches for that cool weather. I know it's coming here, too. I got to go out tomorrow there and mess with the generator. It didn't want to kick over today, so there you go. Oh, boy, I missed a short time there. I got to get down to it real quick before it gets too far on along the way. Let's go down and talk to Dave, NT8D. Good evening.
Oh, good evening, Dustin. Thanks for picking me up this evening. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday. I think I came up with a good adjective for Thursday. I think I'm going to go with thrilling Thursdays. I've been trying to... T words are hard to come up with good positive adjectives. So wonderful Wednesday to everybody. My guesses, and these are guesses for the trivia, are going to be Bravo and Charlie. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to listen out probably on the scanner here tonight. Hope everybody's having a terrific week. This cold is just getting... well, winter's here. We should expect it. I just don't like the icy roads, but as long as we can avoid that, we'll be okay. Let's see. Mike, I'm going to try to contact you off air one of these days, probably this week during the day. Send you I'm sure you're good on the roster here for the club. What else? Looking forward to seeing everybody next Thursday at the club meeting. And Nick, when you come back, when your transmission next, the question I was going to ask you when we get time, and it might just be useful information for anybody, I was thinking of bringing my own hot sauce to Nuestra Casa. My brother got me a whole set of hot sauces, and they're all pretty good. None of them are too really overly hot, but they all have good flavors. And I didn't know if that would be offensive to the restaurant or not. Everybody have a terrific week. Thanks again, Dustin. Appreciate you picking me up early. Back to Net Control from NTAD.
Comment.
1 second there, Nick. All right there, Dave. It's good to have you with me tonight. And twice in one day, I think I talked to you earlier. So good deal. And we're going to go ahead and let Nick answer his comment to you. But I'll say 73. We got you for Bravo and Charlie. And Nick, go ahead.
KD8EPC, KD8SLG. Thanks, Dustin. NCAD, I'm sure Mel and the crew there would have no problem with it, seeing as they don't seem to have any problem with us walking out of there with beer in mugs. KD8EPC, KD8SLG, back to you.
All right, thank you there, Nick. Appreciate that. And boy, we'll be seeing a lot of people there at that dinner next Thursday. All right, let's see here. We'll say 73 to Dave there. I'm going to go back up here and see if I can't get back on track here. WB8GKV, Ed, good evening. Go ahead.
This WB8GKV is here. Let me see. On the trivia, we'll say good evening there all around. I'm going to get to this trivia. before I forget which is what, but I think the first one would be a Charlie. The symbol is the second one. The symbol, I'm going to pick an Alpha. So, let's see. The first, I mixed these things up a bit. Yeah, definitely the first one I'm picking C. And then the Temple, I'm going to pick Alpha. So that's my deal on the trivia. Say good evening, everybody out that way and all this stuff. We'll have to see on what that goes with this here weather and all that. And I guess you're doing pretty good. You're back to work, so it sounds like you're doing okay. Get that generator going. You never know what's going to happen. Case of power, something goes on there, Dustin. So we'll say good evening there and turn it back to net control, WBHGKV.
All right there, Ed. Well, it's great to hear you out there this evening, my friend. And we got you on for Charlie and Alpha. Just so you know, I will be there Friday, probably about 5, maybe a little after. I've got some things going on Saturday, and we're supposed to get that storm Friday night into Saturday, so I want to get you taken care of before that and leave it at that. So we'll say 73. We'll catch you there down the log, and yeah, we'll talk to you there later. Let's go down and talk to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY, one of the wonderful net controllers for the Boredom Breaker Net. How you doing there, Ray?
88 EPC Internet, K5CFY, and good evening to you there, Mr. Dustin. Appreciate you running the... Well, we knocked out, I think, 80-some-odd check-ins. I think most of them were from Ohio, so we definitely appreciate all that. But anyway, it was a fun net, and I cheated a little bit. I ran over an hour, so anyway, it took you less time to get your bunch in there. Anyway, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. And 73, everybody. Stay safe. Keep an eye on the weather. K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, I was definitely listening, and we get good numbers on Wednesdays, so I think we make a pretty good team there for the Boredom Breaker Net on Wednesdays, and we certainly do enjoy it. And I want to thank you for letting me and Nick take that first hour every Wednesday. We always have a really good time, and we try to do our best to get you the check-ins there. So, Ray, thanks again. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's jump on down to Josh now. Miss Lucy, actually, KVKA, good evening.
KD8 EPC and the Beacon Net, KE8 VKA, leaving a little bit of a pause there. Good evening, Dustin. Hope you're doing well, and sounds like everybody's doing well despite the high winds that we had. I didn't actually notice it being that windy, but I was in work all day, so I don't know. Your wind chimes are tangled, okay. I'm going to get trivia out of the way. Let's see. For the first question, Mike's question, I'm going to go with Charlie, and then for Lucy's, I'm going to go with Delta, simply because I think it would be fun to say Simble on the air, I guess, since I guess I can't say Cornwaldo being on the air tonight, since there's no option for that. So we'll go with Delta. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I listened to a little bit of the Boredom Breaker on Broadcastify, the Broadcastify stream this afternoon at work. Kind of ducked in and out every now and again between stuff. So it sounded like it was a good net. So that was cool. And let's see, what else? Just trying to finish up the basement project. Put down a floor this past weekend, and with my dad and brother, and now just fixing some of the mistakes that I made while I was doing it. So we'll see how that goes. My dad's coming over, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow. So that's a story for another Beacon Net. So anyways, I'll say 7-3 to everybody. Thanks for picking me up, Dustin and Nick. And everybody have a wonderful Wednesday. This is KE8VKA, back to Net Control.
All right there, Josh. Well, great to hear you out there. And, boy, I had a lot of comments for you, but I guess they went in one ear and right out the other. But I got you down for Charlie and Delta. It's great to hear you, and thanks for listening in earlier. We got you on that list in and out there, so there you go. We'll say 73, and we'll move on down the list here. Let's talk to Keith, K8TQR. Good evening, my friend.
KD8EPC, KE8TQR. Good evening, Dustin, and all the rest of the net crew, and good evening to everyone else that's here on the Beacon Net tonight. Good to hear everyone, those that are checking in, and those that may just be listening. Let's see, let me get the trivia out of the way, because I know I'll forget it if I keep rambling. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo for the trivia questions. Bravo and Bravo was my answer. Other than that, had a real quiet day here. Just listening to the radio, got on the Boredom Breakers Net this afternoon, both hours. And I'm waiting for the cold to get here, and I just hope everyone is ready for it. If you're going to be out there traveling during it, please be careful. Want to hear everybody here every time there's a net. So that's about all. Just want to wish everyone a great evening, great rest of the week, and be careful this weekend. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
All right there, Keith. Well, you stay warm, too, and we got you down for Bravo and Bravo. We'll be working this weekend, but we got good heat in the van, so that's all that matters. We'll say 73T, and we're going to jump on down to Josh now. KYUG, good evening.
KD8EPC, this is KD8YUG. Good evening, Dustin. Good evening, everybody else out there. It's good hearing everybody. For the trivia, for the first one there, the main trivia, I'll go with C, Charlie, and the alternate trivia, B, Bravo. And it was a pretty good day for the most part. Just family stuff going on. Dad was in the hospital. He's in the hospital, so I went, spent the day with him, Marie and I, and everything's okay, but some stuff going on there, and so we got to hang out, and he got to hear the food group net. I just did that on Echolink. Unfortunately, I brought my radio, but I can't get a RF signal from the room, so we listened through Echolink, and anyway, so that was what we did, and going through some pictures here. I had a buddy of mine takes professional photos. He took photos of the shack and the equipment, so I'm going through that, getting some stuff ready for the website. So I'll say 73, but I'll be listening, hanging out on the blue screen. K8YUG, back to net.
All right, K8YUG. Well, Josh, great to have you, and glad you had a good time there and got to listen into the net on Echolink at the very least. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo this evening. We'll say 73T for now, and you have yourself a great evening. All right, let's jump on over to Bruce now. KC3MWK, how are you?
KD8 Echo or EPC Case 3MWK. Dustin, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo for my take today. Back over to control Case 3MWK.
All right there, Bruce. Well, it's great to hear you out there this evening, my friend. We got your answers down there, and we'll say 73T for the moment there. All right, I'm going to go up here to KD8SLG. Nick, who's next on the list there? My computer decided to just shut off on me.
KD8EPC, KD8SLG. Good timing, Dustin. I missed Bruce's first answer, so KC3MWK, when I'm done here, if you come back with that, and KA8MNT is up next, followed by KE8VZA if you can't get it jimmied and working. So there you go. Tom, K8MNT next, Eric, KE8VZA after him, and Bruce, if I could get your first answer, I'd appreciate it. KD8SLG.
Bravo. Charlie Bravo.
All right, thanks there, Bruce. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Let me make sure I've got it real quick here. All right, we're back in business and back on NetLogger. Next, we've got Tom, KA8MNT. Good evening, Tom. How you doing?
KD8 EPC, this is KA8MNT. Good evening, Dustin, and again, everybody else that's on the net this evening. Trivia. I'm going to go with Bravo and Alpha. Linda does a lot of sewing down here, and she doesn't usually actually use a thimble. She uses a Band-Aid on her finger. So, ouch, I just got hit. So, I'm just going to take a guess there and say it's Alpha on that one. Nothing else really going on down here, so you got a lot of guys on here wanting to chomping at the bit to give their answers. So I'm going to say 73s, everybody. This is Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango. Back to KD8 EPC.
All right there, Tom. Well, great to hear you out there, and you tell Linda we all said hello. We've got you down for a Bravo and Alpha this evening, so we'll say 73, and we look forward to hearing you again there real soon. All right, let's jump on over to Strongsville. We'll talk to Eric now, one of the other net controllers here for the Beacon Net. K8BZA, how you doing?
KD8 EPC in the group. Doing well there, Dustin. Hope everybody else is too. Hope you are. Let's see. Trivia before I forget. As much as I enjoy a tasty treat at any state fair, I'm going to go with Charlie, the antenna that picked up the wow signal, Charlie. And for alternate trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha, although I think I'm going to adopt that new swear word, thimble, because it's more socially acceptable than the word that I usually use. Checked into the FoodNet earlier, heard several of the BeaconNet cast of characters on there tonight. That was a welcome thing. And that's about all I have for tonight. I'll pass it back to you, Dustin, KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right there, Eric. Well, sorry we missed the food group tonight. We were taking a nap at that time, or may have been eating dinner. I don't know, one or the other. But anyway, we weren't there, so there you go. But we're here now. We've got you down for Charlie and Alpha. Great to hear you out there, my friend, and you have a great evening. Let's jump on over to Mark now. KG4SCK. Mark in the middle. What's going on?
Hey, good evening again, Dustin, and everybody on the net. Everybody looks like they're having fun on the blue screen. I could probably barely squeeze in a tilde now. For the trivia questions, I like answer C. I hope Ohio State's got the credit for that one. The alternate, what a wonderful one. I'm having so much fun with this one. I'd like to say A, but I'm having so much fun imagining a French seamstress going, Temblay, 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 Temblay. KG4SCK, back to net.
All right there, Mark. Well, it's good to have you with us tonight for sure. And, oh, man, we got you down for Charlie and Delta. You have yourself a great evening, my friend, and stay warm if we don't talk to you before. Let's go down here and see if we can't catch Bill now. I keep seeing him all over the blue screens here, so I want to talk to him. N8JET. Bill, are you out there? All right, guess not. Well, Bill, we don't bite. Come back and say hello to us when you can. We'll jump on down there. We had a bunch of in and outs. We had W8KOC Fred, NT8D, who we already talked to, and W8PTF Mike over in Huron. That brings me down to Ben, K8BHQ. Good evening.
KD8EPC, KD8BHQ. Unfortunately, I had to send my mobile radio back to the doctor, so I have to get on Echolink for a while. And for trivia, I think I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie. I'm looking forward to the cold weather coming up, and I'll let you get on down the list. This is KE8BHQ, and I'll give it back to you.
W8WKY.
All right there, Ben. Well, bummer that you had to send the radio back there to get some work done to it. Hopefully you'll have it back there soon, but you are sounding good on Echolink, so that's all that matters there. Let's see here. Waiting for my internet to load up and get your answers there. We may have to come back and ask you for them, but we're going to say 73 to you for now. Actually, Ben, one more time before you go, give me your trivia answers, please.
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm going to go with Bravo and Charlie. Back to you.
All right, I wasn't sure if you said Bravo and Charlie or Charlie and Charlie, so we got you down for Bravo and Charlie. Thanks, Ben. We'll say 73 and have a great evening. Next on the list is another good friend of ours there, AI5Q Jairus. How you doing this evening? We got you down for Charlie and Charlie. Take it away.
Well, thank you, Dustin. AI5Q here, and I'm enjoying the evening running some simulation models of plant amine treating for CO2 removal. Nerdy stuff, but it's got to be done, and there's no time like the present to knock it out. I'm enjoying a hard Mountain Dew Baja Blast as I do it, and yeah, like you said, my answers are Charlie and Charlie. I also proceeded to unclog the toilet tonight before I decided to engage in the adult beverages. So there you go. I got that done with no fuss, no muss, and everything is good to go again at the house. Had a pretty long day at work, and lots of things going wrong, but a few things went right. So that's all you can really hope for is something to go right in a day of wrongs. Appreciate you running the net, and we will be around for a while listening in, and might try and start up an afternet conversation with you. AI5Q, back over to you, Dustin.
All right there, Jairus. Well, we got you down for Charlie and Charlie again, and boy, hopefully you get more things going right tomorrow for you, and hopefully those simulations get worked out real soon there. All right, let's go down to Texas there. Well, no, let's jump back over to Ohio and talk to KF580E Nickelodeon. Good evening.
Good evening, all. This is KF580E, and I hope we're coming across this. I'm leaving the radio down on the bed where it was before, so hopefully it's making a trip to the repeater. And I'm still impressed with the fact that this radio gets it from in the basement all the way to Town, so it's doing good. And so with that, though, we're doing very well, and we are looking forward to the 18th. We hope to see everybody as many as we can at the Mexican restaurant there. I'll make sure I'll get with Nick for the right name and the right place where that place is at. But nonetheless, that's where we're going to be before the meeting, and then mosey on over to the meeting and get a chance to meet some more. So that sounds good for me. And with that, turning it over to back to next call, KF580. Oh, answers. Let me get this done. Let me grab a nickel first before we do this. The answers are going to be, no, not that one. Charlie on the first one. And it's got to be an alcoholic kind of thing because I'm Irish. So a symbol for legitimate alcohol measurement. So I guess it's a Bravo. So that's a Charlie and a Bravo for Nickelodeon. KF5AD, back to net control.
All right there, Nickelodeon. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo this evening, and we look forward to seeing you guys down at the Mexican restaurant and the meeting there. It'll be good to see you all again. It's always a pleasure. Let's jump on over to Miss Sandy now, KG5SYC. Take it away.
Okay, KG5SYC, and hello, Dustin and Nick and the crew, Lucy, Josh, Andy. We've just given Andy a new name. So you have to look at the blue screen and get Andy's new name because we've given him a new one. At any rate, all's well here in the Ohio area for us, other than getting a little bit colder temperatures. But I can't say that Texas is going to be very warm here pretty soon either. They're going to be dropping down past freezing, and maybe not into single digits like Ohio, but for Texas to see 30 degrees, and then figure in the wind chill because Texas always blows. Yeah, it's going to be cold. At any rate, let's go trivia. And my answers for trivia, the main one's going to be C, and the alternate, with Miss Lucy's, is going to be A. Because, I got to put in there A for always right, correct? And there you go, my other slogan. This is KG5SYC. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there. Thank you, Miss Sandy. We got you down for a Charlie and Alpha. And, yeah, you know it's going to be cold anywhere you go in the country right about now. Before I go down the list, I'm going to go over to KD8SLG, just Nick, just to give us a clarification on where you can find us next Thursday. Go ahead there, Nick.
KD8EPC, KD8SLG. Before the club meetings, a bunch of us get together at Casa Nuestra, as I would say, or Nuestra Casa Mexican Restaurant. That's in Rittman, 1005 East Ohio Avenue. It's right down the street from the Eagles area where we have our meetings. That is Nuestra Casa Mexican Restaurant, 1005 East Ohio Avenue, Rittman, Ohio, 44270. KD8SLG, back to KD8EPC.
All right, thank you very much there, Nick. The food is excellent, the service is excellent, and they put up with a whole group of us every month. And just Nick, probably even more often than that. So thanks again there, Nick. Let's go on down the list here to KF0MCM. Mike over in Colorado. I don't know that we've talked before. Good evening.
Have to say, as a new ham, I was fairly overwhelmed with the first trivia question. The truth is, I actually have a diagnosed auditory processing deficit, and so that means thick regional accents are tough to pull out, especially with the fast talkers. And so I found the trivia question extremely enticing, and I spent some time looking it up. And I can't really answer because I didn't make out the choices, but that's a fascinating trivia issue. So, yeah, I'm Beta Ham Radio. Appreciate you having me. I will try to find you guys again sometime. Tonight was kind of a fall-in event here, so everybody stay warm. Happy New Year. Again, from Morrison, Colorado. Foxtrot 0 Mike, Charlie Mike, Alpha Golf.
All right, well, congratulations on the new upgrade there, and congratulations on joining us. We certainly appreciate it. And, you know, you can always find us. There's a great program called NetLogger. You can download it on Windows, and I think you can download it on Mac and other things, too. So come and find us on NetLogger. The answers are in the almost instant, or the trivia questions are in the almost instant message screen if it's easier to read them for you. Definitely come back and find us. We're the Beacon Net. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and there's all kinds of ways to find us. You can find us on Allstar Node 48496. You can find us on Echolink, W8WKY at We're all over the place. We're on the Dewdrop Inn. We're on the Boredom Breaker Hub out of Oklahoma, so there's all kinds of places you can find us. So we'll say 73, welcome to the Beacon Net, and come back and visit us when you can. Let's jump on down the list here and talk to Mark, KC8FQV. Take it away.
W8WK.
All right. KC8FQV. I want to say Charlie on both of them. And, yeah, well, on a busy day, but busy enough. I didn't have to drive. Well, I didn't have to drive to Cleveland. But it was no problem. Yeah, I told Google wanted me to go out West 141st Street and come back in Fulton. I looked at it, I talked to my sister because she went up early this morning. I said, what way are you going? She said, I just went up 77 at night. Got off. So that what way I went. I just went up, got off, went up to Jacobs Field or Progressive Field, turned left and went across the bridge over to the West Side Market, turned at the West Side Market and went up past it. Went right around the West Side Market. Went to the south side, the West Side, went up to the Lutheran Hospital. Was there until, about 6 o'clock. So everything's going good. They're finding things out and they're getting things going. So we'll find more out tomorrow about my mom. So, but yeah, CC we'll try. And great hearing everyone. And yeah, made it back home. So no wrong turns or anything. When I went down, I did one wrong turn. I went down East 9th, down into the flat. I went down about the first street, and then this ain't right. I'm supposed to go across a bridge, not down. So I turned around that street, looked on the map, and I went back up, turned left, went up to the next street, that Carnegie, and went across the Old Memorial Bridge, and it worked out. So we'll send it back to net, KSFQV. Yeah, the first time I've drove into Cleveland downtown like that. So KSFQV.
All right there, Mark. Well, glad you made it back home from Cleveland. We got you down for Charlie and Charlie. We'll say 73, and we're going to move on down here to the land of snow and maple syrup and talk to AB8MO. Andy, good evening.
W8TP says, let's try that. KD8EPC. This is AB8MO. Man, I'm screwing everybody's call up. I wanted to call you WA8EPC on the border breaker net, so I'm a W kick right now. I don't know, Lucy. You answer that question. I don't think I do, but maybe I do. That blue screen is way too distracting. I'm going to go with Bravo on the first one, but I would be absolutely thrilled. It would absolutely make my night if Lucy would repeat her question. So, Dustin, can you ask Lucy to repeat your question for me, please? This is AB8MO.
All right there, Raggedy Andy. I can ask Lucy, but I can't guarantee she's going to do it. So we'll go see here. K8YUK, Miss Lucy. Do you want to read Andy your trivia question?
K8YUK. No, I'm kidding. Just is mad that I'm in his way, so I think I'll just get more in his light because it's funny. Yes, I can reread the question. If I could do a better French accent, I would do it the whole way through, but I can't. So here we are. Tailors and seamstresses, and really anyone who does any sewing, typically have a thimble or two as part of their equipment. Modern thimbles can be made of almost any material, but the purpose is to protect the fingertips from accidental needle pokes while sewing. Where does the name thimble come from? A. The modern metal design was created by See, I slowed down for you people, and this is what happens. Was created by Teresa Thimble in 1695. B. A thimbleful used to be a legitimate alcohol measurement, and the name rubbed off since thimbles look like small shot glasses. C. It's a mashup of thumb and bell because they have a bell-like shape and would be worn on the thumb. Or D, it's a French curse word that usually occurred post-needle stab and should actually be pronounced semblé. You are welcome. KE8YUK, back to net control.
All right, thank you so much there, Miss Lucy. Let's go back down here to Raggedy Andy. Take it away there, AV8MO.
All right, got the French pronunciation. Okay, I'll take the bait. I'll go with D Delta. How about that? So, there. That's all I'm going to say, Dustin. Did a good job with the net as usual. It's nice not having to wait all the way to the bitter end to make a comment. But let's see, 10:45. I didn't do much better than I normally would. So anyhow, I'll throw it back to you there, Dustin. Thank you for picking me up. KD8EPC, I got your call right. This is AV8MO.
Oh, wait a minute. I still need your answer to the main trivia.
Oh, good grief. I thought I said Bravo. B-R-A-V-O. B as in boy, as in Bravo, as in some other word that isn't suitable for transmission. Back to that, AV8MO.
All right, I only caught your alternate, so thanks for coming back with your main there, Andy. Have a great evening, my friend, and we'll talk to you there soon. Well, let's go down and talk to Zulu John now. NJ5 Zulu, take it away.
Dustin, you guys, Nick, are keeping everything going on and hopping into all this stuff, keeping Ray up and keeping him on his toes. So you guys are doing so good. Everybody's health or wealth, you guys had some stuff going on there for a while. NJ5 Zulu John here, and we're just wondering if everybody's healthy. And I don't know anything about trivia anyway. I'm CRS, 74 years old. I can't remember stuff. That's CRS.
Well, all right there, John. We're going to put you down for CRS, and then we're going to leave it at that. Hi. Great to hear you out there. All is well in Ohio, and we're glad to have you on the list tonight. You're number 31 there. So, John, we'll say 73 for now. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you again there soon. All right, Zulu John was at the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
KC3QND, Judy.
Kilo 8,
Kilo Echo 8, Delta Lima Juliet, KE8DLJ, Ralph, in a truck in Ohio. Near you, probably.
All right, let me tell you who I picked up and make sure I got it here. All right, I picked up KC3QND Miss Jeannie, K8PJW Phil, and K8DLJ Ralph in the mobile. Let's start with Ralph there real quick. K8DLJ in the mobile, how you doing?
Good evening, Dustin and the group. I'm doing well. I got a new run. Somebody retired. Things reshuffled. And I'm going to Cleveland, so twice a night. So that gives me Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursdays off, at least until the first week of May when we reshuffle. But it's a good job. I like it. I hopped on about 15, 20 minutes ago, and I didn't catch the first trivia question, and Nick announced something that didn't come through on Echolink, at least not to me. I didn't hear him at all, just static. Lucy's trivia question, I'm going to say, I think it was Charlie, the one with Thumb and Bell. I'll take that one. K8DLJ, back to the group. Sorry.
W8WKY.
Right there, Ralph. Yeah, sometimes the repeater there doesn't play so nice with the Echolink and Allstar stuff. So there you go. We got you for C for the alternate, and boy, there's something else I was going to say to you, but oh yeah, good on you for getting the new route there. And yeah, Nick was announcing that there's going to be a club meeting next Thursday, and we're meeting at Casa Nuestro, I think, before over in Rittman, and having dinner. And some of our friends from Texas will be there too. So yeah, if you're off on Thursday, by all means, come and check us out Thursday evening at the for dinner and then the club meeting. So all right, Ralph, we'll say 73 for now. You keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down, and we're going to go back up and talk to Miss Jeannie. KC3QND, take it away.
KC3QND here. Well, hello, Dustin and everybody, and Nick and everybody on the net tonight. Good, I must put in here. I just wanted to check in and say hello to everybody. Hope everybody stays warm and healthy and has a good evening. Didn't catch the trivia questions, and I have to go let the dog in. But I just wanted to say hi and check in. So this is KC3QND 73s, everybody, and have a wonderful evening.
All right there, Miss Jeannie. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll let you pass on the trivia for tonight. It's great to hear you out there. Sorry I missed the food net earlier. I was taking a nap, but maybe I'll shoot you over a picture at dinner to make it up to you. You give Mr. Wilson a scratch on the ears and tell Pete we said hello. We'll say 73, and that brings me down to Phil, K8PJW. How you doing?
KD8EPC, KAPJW, good evening, Dustin, and good evening to all the Beaconeers. Great to hear. We want to go late start on it, and kind of got the gist of the trivia, so I think I'll go with Bravo Alpha tonight and see how that falls out. And so just had a long night of rotary, and then I was trying to get my radio set up for another net that I'm going to be helping out with tomorrow, so I kind of lost the net. Before you knew it, the beacon net was on, so here I am. Anyway, fine business on the net, and I'll hand it back to you, Dustin. This is K8PJW. Back to the net.
All right there, Phil. Well, thanks so much for joining us, my friend, and thanks so much for everything you do there. We got you down for Bravo and Alpha. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there again down the log real soon. All right, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list, and we're looking for check-ins. Please call now.
King America 3, Boston, Mike Sugar, KA3 BMS.
Mike in Indiana.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Bravo Lima.
Shannon, Tulsa.
All right, let me pick it up right there for a second, make sure I've got it. All right, I got several, I missed one. I got KA3 BMS, looks like Hank. I have K8 ZBL CJ. I have KC5 Real Big Gun Shannon. There was another station in there. I heard you, but you got doubled on and I didn't catch your call.
Whiskey Juliet, 9 Echo. Whiskey Japan, 9 Echo. Mike in Indiana.
All right, we got you in there that time. Thanks so much. We'll be right back to you. All right, let's start at the top here with KA3 BMS. Good evening.
You're checking in out KA3 BMS.
right there, Hank. We got you in and out. Thanks so much for stopping by, and have a great evening. Let's jump on down here to CJ, K8BZL. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone on the Beacon Net. Just hopped in, just got into the house and turned on the radio, caught the last part of the net. And first time logging into NetLogger, so I was able to read the trivia questions. And so I'm going to put mine in as Charlie for the main one and Bravo for the alternate. So appreciate you putting on the net, and I'll go ahead and turn it back over. KE8 to ZBL.
All right there, CJ. Well, thanks for stopping by, my friend. We certainly do appreciate you being here. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and yeah, the blue screen is wonderful because, I mean, you got a whole different thing going on in there than what's going on the net, and I think it's half of the fun there. I mean, let's see, we got 38 people on the list, and probably, 34 of them are in the blue screen, so there you go. We'll say 73, CJ. Thanks again, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's go talk to my good buddy Shannon now. KC5, Real Big Guns. How are you, brother?
Hey, Dustin, KC5RBG. Ain't twice today. That's always a good thing. And just chilling out, me and the dogs. I was going to play a little bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, but I don't know. I adjusted some guns and, customized a few, and I don't know, that took about 30 minutes, so at this point, I don't know if I'm going to play tonight. Depends on how tired I get. I'm kind of tired now, so if I get more energy, I'll probably go ahead and fire it up, but it's been a pretty busy day. I had a great dinner with Rimmel and Jackie. That was a lot of fun. I took them to a new place, and we all had a great time. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyway, I'll let you get on down your list there. I'm supposed to get Ken Friday, and, this weekend they're talking about the Oklahoma Ice Age. So, if I get him Friday, he might not go home until the weather gets better, which is great with me. Anyway, have a good night there. You and Nick, wave a hand at all my friends near and far. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless. And 73, back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, I got your answer down for the great state of Oklahoma because it's never the wrong answer. And I think you're the only one hoping for a snowpocalypse there. But, hey, you and Kenyon enjoy your time together, and we'll catch up with you again there real soon. We're going to say 73 to Shannon, and we're going to go down here to Indiana and talk to WJ9E. Take it away.
Thank you there, Dustin. Whiskey Julian Mike Echo. Mike in Rush County, Indiana. Just want to say good evening to everybody, and hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2024 there. Mine's starting out pretty decent there. Last week was a headache, but finally got some things straightened out with my medical insurance. So I can get a prescription filled that if my insurance don't cover it, I got to pay about $100 or $200 bucks out of pocket, which I don't really have to spare right now on medication. So they finally got it approved, and I get it for free. So can't beat that with the stick. So that's about it on this in there, Dustin. I don't know if I've ever checked in on this net before or not, but let me break. Whiskey Julian 9 Echo. I don't know if I've ever checked in on this net or not, but if I have, a good evening to you, sir, and we'll keep everybody in the neighborhood here in line and check there. Hi. Whiskey Julian 9 Echo, Mike in Rush County, Indiana. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Mike. Well, thanks for stopping by tonight. You know, I'm not sure if we've talked before or not, but let me be the first to welcome you here to the Beacon Net. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We start taking early check-ins at 9:30. And you can find us on Allstar Node 48496, Echolink WAWKY-R, or if you're in the Northeast Ohio area, you can find us on 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. All right there, Mike. Thanks again for joining us. Come back and visit when you can there. All right, let's go up here and talk to part of our net control team here. Let's start with KD8SLG, Adjust Nick. Put me down for Bravo and Charlie, my friend. Go ahead.
KD8EPC and the Beacon Net. This is KD8SLG. Thank you, Dustin. Oh, let's get trivia out of the way. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie tonight. Double C's. I like the OSU connection there. We'll see if that works out. And just saying thumb bell makes me giggle. Thanks for that, Miss Lucy. But I will have to say thimble, just because it's almost as much fun as saying Cornwaldo bean. It's been a long day. I don't have a whole lot. Club meeting next week. Hope to see a bunch of you there. Hope to see some of you at dinner as well. Blue screen, we had as many monitors as check-ins for a while tonight, and that's kind of exciting. That's all I got, man. This is KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Dustin.
All right there, Nick. I'm sorry. That all went in one ear and right out the other. I didn't process anything. You're down for Charlie and Charlie. Good to hear you. Thanks again for running the show in the background there and doing the pre-checks and keeping these guys in line on the blue screen. We'll say 73 for now, and we'll go down and talk to Nick at night. KQKO, take it away. Nick at night, KQKO, take it away.
KQKO. Sorry, Dustin. I zoned out there for a minute. Yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier during the pre-show. Just kind of a busy day. I had some errands to run. I ended up taking a half a day off work to take my mom around. Her boyfriend was ill, so we had to do some stuff for him, and then take my son to his first ski club, and that starts nice and early at 4 o'clock for the end of the day, which means I have to leave work early to do it. But it's only 5 weeks and then it's done. And he really, really enjoys it. He burned a lot of calories and had a great time. Wasn't a lot of snow out there on the slopes, but he loved every minute of it. So that's I guess what it's all about. That's really all I have That's really all I have going on right now. So the answers for the trivia. They're gonna be Charlie and Charlie. And so with that, I'll pass it back to you, Dustin. KQKO.
All right, thank you very much there, Nick. And yeah, I tried to call you back earlier on the boredom breaker. I was going to try to see if your mom wanted to say a couple of words to us, but you never came back, so there you go. All right, we'll say 73 to you for now, my friend. Have a great evening, and we look forward to talking to you again there real soon. All right, let's go down here real quick to Miss Lucy. And Miss Lucy, just give me your answer for the main trivia, please.
This is KD8YUK. Just my answer. I don't get to get my 2.5 cents. Probably more than that. It's like the whole piggy bank. Anyway, my answer is going to be whichever one was the carnival food, because that sounds pretty good. I have eaten way too much sweets tonight. Way too many sweets. I'm an English teacher. Back to you, Dustin. KE8YUK.
All right there, Lucy. You do get to give your 2.5 cents, but I just need your answer so we can get the trivia answer from Mike there before we come down to you. So we're going to go back up here now to QWE. Mike, give us your comments, your answer to the alternate trivia, then let it break and give us the trivia answer.
Kilo Echo Lake, Quebec, Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Sounds like we got some nice cold weather coming in, but hey, I grew up here. I remember an awful lot of days when it was brutally cold out, so you just have to deal with it. You just don't want to have to be outside any more than what you have to. Today was over a pretty good day. Had an appointment at the urologist. He says I'm going to live for another day. Well, little does he know, it may not happen. So that is what I have been up to. Been taking care of the dog. I took a nap. I did a few odds and ends like that. Nothing very constructive, really, but oh well. That's just the way that some of the days are. So I'm going to go ahead and break for time and do the trivia. Okay, trivia. In relationship to SETI, what is the big ear? A, the size of John D. Krause is right here. A Saturday special at the Ohio State for a carnival treat. The antenna at Ohio State that picked up the wild signal. And D, the Ohio Highway Patrol's new radar. And the answer is C. Okay, the Ohio State University Radio Observatory was a Krause type after its inventor, John D. Krause. That is where he came from. Radio telescope located on the grounds of the Perkins Observatory at Ohio Western University in Delaware from 1963 to 1968, known as the Big Ear. Okay. Now, this was the Ohio State University's search for extraterrestrial intelligence. I'm tired here, folks. I'm ready to go to bed. Okay, so it ran and ran and ran till one day in 1977, the Big Ear recorded an unusual and apparently extra-traditional radio signal which became known as the wild signal. The observatory would prove to be unique since no similar signals were ever detected afterwards. I've actually seen pictures of that antenna. It is big. It's long. It's real long. You know, you think of those things as like a parabolic dish, but this thing is one big, long antenna. It's like a screen with all kinds of antennas attached to it. So, in any event, that's what I have. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right there, Mike. Well, thanks so much for the wonderful trivia question. We certainly do appreciate it, my friend. Answer C there. We really do appreciate you being here, and go get some rest. All right, let's go down to Miss Lucy now. KE8YUK. Give us your... we'll let you give us 25 cents worth, and then let it break and give us the trivia answer. Go ahead there, Miss Lucy.
Josh stole what I was going to say. 25 cents is a lot of nickels. I don't know if you've done. This may take all night. KE8YUK, by the way. My story, I wanted to tell this story earlier in the day, and Jeff Nick said I should save it for now so I could embarrass myself even more. So here we go. A couple days ago, I was real smart, and I got myself Dunkin' coffee. I don't usually drink coffee. When I drink drinks, usually it's sugar with tea or sugar with coffee. I'm a very sugar-oriented person, which is not always good. So Betty had me up late, and I had coffee, and I had a bowl of cereal, and I got shaky real bad, and it was the day I usually go boxing, and so I thought, I really didn't start my my breakfast off very strongly, so I should do something to help my blood sugar. And I remembered my mom saying something about apple cider vinegar being good for balancing your blood sugar. And I thought to myself, well, my mom said it once a while ago, but I obviously know how to proceed from here. I'm going to pause for time and for the sake of drama. KE8YUK returning. So, the genius that I am, I poured myself safely a thimbleful of apple cider vinegar. Upon measuring later, it turned out to be around 1/3 of a cup. And I drank it. I didn't dilute it. I didn't sip it and realize what a terrible idea it was. I just told my brain, it's apple cider. I know it's not going to be great, but I'll be fine. I don't know how I survived the first couple gulps because they were gulps. And immediately my shakes stop because all the adrenaline has gone to saving my life. And I was like, well, surely it can't get worse. So, of course, it did. Around, I don't know, by the time Josh got home, and I'd say around 8, Betty was in bed, I was in mortal agony. It was terrible. I made Josh call poison control just to make sure I wasn't actually dying. And the lady on the end sounded incredibly sympathetic, but she did tell me that I just had to wait it out. And I did, and I lived to tell the tale. But long story short, don't do that. I'm going to pause for time again. KE8YUK returning again. Dustin did give me 25 cents, so blame him. So as it turns out, I tell this to my mom, and she was like, yeah, you take like a teaspoon, maybe a tablespoon. Any research could have told me that. Any Googling could have told me that. Talking to anyone would have told me that. But no, I thought I would be fine. And I guess I am, but I have certainly learned a very serious and painful lesson. So again, don't do that. Right, trivia. Let me pull that up shortly. Otherwise, life has been relatively eventful around here, working on the house, taking care of that, calling poison control for my own lack of research and common sense. Good times. All right, I'm going to pause for time. Last time, read off the trivia. Here we go. And I saw Nick's point in the blue screen. Thank you. I will tell past self that immediately. I'll just get in my DeLorean and get started. All right, tailors and seamstresses, really anyone who does any sewing, typically have a thimble or two as part of their equipment. Modern thimbles can be made of almost any material, but the purpose is to protect the fingertips from accidental needle pokes while sewing. Where does the name thimble come from? Is it A, the modern metal design was created by Teresa Thimble in 1695. B, a thimbleful used to be a legitimate alcohol measurement, and the name rubbed off since thimbles look like small shot glasses. I'm trying to slow down for SDK. You're welcome. It's a mashup of thumb and bell because they have a bell-like shape and would be worn on the thumb. Or D, is a French curse word that usually occurred post-needle stab and should actually be pronounced thimble. All right, everybody, drum roll. The answer is C, thumb bell. A Dutch metal worker named Lofting actually made the first thimble in England in 1695. Worn on the thumb and shaped like a bell, it was called the thumb bell. The shape changed, but the modified name remains. A thimbleful was, in fact, a legitimate measurement, but it was a result of thimbles themselves being used. They held about 50 millimeters of spirits, or whatever the volume measurement of that is. Anyway, while I completely made up the French part, feel free to use thimble in your day-to-day life because nobody said you couldn't. Thank you, or as my grandma would say, merci beaucoup. As my father would say, mercy buckets. KE8YUK, back to net control.
All right there, Lucy. I'm going to have to get you some of those poison control stickers and start sticking them all over the place for you. That's funny. Good stuff there. Thank you for the wonderful alternate trivia. And yeah, don't go chugging that apple cider vinegar. That's definitely not a good idea. Thanks again for doing the alternate trivia. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, we're down here at the bottom of the list. We're going to make one more call here for check-ins for the BeaconNet. Let's see who's out there still. Please call now.
Whiskey November 8, Sierra, Charlie, India.
Alpha Zero.
Here is Whiskey 8, Delta, Echo, Charlie, Matt in the Mobile, Ashtabula County, checking in.
All right, let me hold it up right there. I had quite the pileup, but I got 2 out of that one. I have WN8SCI Walter. I have W8DEC Matt in the Mobile. There was a 0 station out there. All I caught was the 0. You got it doubled on. Go ahead. Come back.
Alpha Zero, Radio Tango Mike. This is KA0 RTM, Mike in Rochester, Minnesota.
All right there, we got you that time. Thank you so much for coming back. KA0 RTM, Mike there in Rochester. All right, did we miss anybody else there? Any other stations waiting to check into the BeaconNet, please call KD8EPC.
I'm going to recheck KCFQV. I just want to know what letters there more for the answers. KCFQV, the Ohio, I guess it was the year one, what letter, and then the other one, what letter? KCFQV, that's all.
All right there, Mark. He was main trivia was C, alternate was B. We'll take care of that right off. All right, let's go up here and talk to these last couple real quick here, and we're going to shut her down. WN8SCI Walter, good evening.
How's it going there, Dustin? How's it going, everybody? Well, I'll say that today's been better than the last few, so I guess that's a good thing. Still looking at jobs and trying to work on a laser project that's apparently requiring a lot of fine-tuning. So hopefully I'll have enough scrap to actually do the final product for one of my friends who just had a baby. And yeah, that's about it over here. So just glad to be able to use radio, and hope everyone having a great day. And I'll pass it back to Dustin, WN8SCI.
All right, Walter, well, great to hear you out there, my friend. You have fun, and we'll catch up there soon. Let's go down and talk to Matt in the Mobile, W8DEC. Good evening.
Well, good evening to you and everybody on the net. Here is Whiskey 8 Delta Echo Charlie. Matt in the Mobile on Route 11 here in Ashtabula County, coming up to Route 6. And just got off work at the fire department, only to get up tomorrow morning and start all over. So, but heard the net in there. I wanted to jump in and get my name on the log, as they say. But I got a comfortable 34 degrees outside here in Ashtabula County, and we're gearing up to get some colder temperatures later on this week. But you're doing a great job. Thanks for running the net, and we'll try to catch you again another time there. 7-3. Everybody have a good night. W8DEC, back to net.
All right there, Matt. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for what you do there with the fire department. And you get some rest so you can do it all again in the morning, and stay warm when that cold front gets here. We'll stay 73, and we're going to go down here and talk to Mike now. KA0 RTM, good evening.
Good evening, guys. This is KA0 RTM. I'm about, 30 miles from my friend's private repeater, which is UHF repeater, and he has that apparently hooked into Echolink or something, because he has started doing that the last couple of days, and I just discovered it today. So I'm kind of thrilled to be able to sit in my basement talking through his UHF repeater into Echolink and back to you guys. So I just have a big smile on my face. Thank you guys for having the net. I don't have much to add. Just want to get my name in the log, I guess. Thank you so much. This is KA0RTM. Back to net.
W8WKY.
All right there, Mike. Well, thanks so much for stopping by and joining us here on the Beacon Net. Tell your friend we're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We start taking early check-ins at 9:30, and you can find us on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. We always have a wonderful trivia question and a good time. So thanks for joining us there. We'll wave a hand at you from Northeast Ohio, and we'll say 73. This is KD8EPC. We're at the bottom of the list, and this is the last and final call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now. ABNMO recheck.
Control. Can I please check in? Whiskey 4 Victor India Alpha. Be Robert and start Florida Mobile.
All right there. I got a recheck from AB8MO, and I have Robert here, W4VIA in Florida in the mobile. Good evening, Robert. Go ahead.
Pleasant evening. Hadn't got no rain and all. Kind of cool weather down here, but other than that, that's about all I have for the net. Everybody have a rest of the Happy New Year and 73s. W4VIA Mobile.
All right there, Robert. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. Come back and visit us again. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. for the Beacon Net. That's Eastern Time. We'll say 73 from Northeast Ohio, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, last but not least here, let's go talk to AB8MO. Andy, take it away.
All right. I just wanted to give a special hello to KA0RTM Mike. I think that's the first time I've ever heard his voice not on HF. So I'm trying to think. I think I catch him on the Ole Miss nets, actually. So hello to Mike. It's good to hear you in high fidelity, that is. So that's all I had. We hit 42. Now we can all go to bed and have a wonderful night's sleep. Right, Dustin? KD8EPC, this is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. You got that right. 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So we're going to call it here. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KD8SLG, KD8QKO, let's see here. Who else do we got? K8QWE and K8YUK. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday, also here on the W8WKY repeater. Don't forget to go visit our friends over on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, and that's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They changed net controls at the top of the hour and welcome rechecks. So check them out if you can. With that, you've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. I'm returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time, and we'll be clear. 73, y'all.
This is the dual channel net. So we have a main net and we have the secondary net running right next to it on that blue screen, it looks like KCF2V.
KT8FQV, KD8SLG, you got it, Mark. There's always a party going on over there in the almost instant message window during the beacon net. Have a good night there, buddy. KD8SLG.
All right, Nick, yep, we'll catch you in the morning. Yep, I'm up. I've been not getting up too much. I didn't do much today. I was just at the hospital. Well, my mom fell asleep for about an hour. Yeah, she was definitely for an hour, a little over an hour. You know, I took a little bit of a rest. So, they do a stress test tomorrow. Chemical. Yeah, amazing what they can do and amazing what we do in life and how they do things. You know, like this horizontal bore, and they're running a gas line now down our road. Horizontal boring, so they dig a hole and they run that snake through and come up another 1,000 feet, and you know, just like they do in our bodies, go in a couple of small holes and do whatever they need to do inside. You know, this life is just something else, the way they do it. Cars, you know, they're complicated and heck, we can't even work on them. So, hey, I'll catch you tomorrow, Nick, KSFQV.
KD8SLG, KE8MMY.
KE8MMY, KD8SLG. Hey, Chris, I'll be back in a minute. I got like a racehorse. KD8SLG. Hang on, Chris.
And we will not explain what it is. You don't? You'll have to learn. KSFQV.
KE8MMY, KG4SCK.
Well, hello there, Mark. I have a new to me rig that I was trying to get through on the net, and I don't know if it was making it or not. So I was looking for somebody to listen to Unit A and Unit B.
Oh, Roger, Roger. I'm sure SLG's your man for that one. I just wanted to say thank you very much. I got my ARRL debacle figured out, and it's working. So I owe you a big one there, Chris. KG4SCK 73s.
You are welcome. And 1, 2, 3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which ones did you hear?
I heard 1, 2, 3, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Thank you very much. That's all I needed to know. Appreciate it. Favor returned.
Roger, Roger, Chris. We'll listen for you in the morning on the barometer net. KG4SCK clear.
KE8MMY, KD8SLG returning. What's up, Chris?
Well, I might have got it figured out, or at least figured out that I don't got it figured out. Just talking to Mark, I got a new to me radio, and it didn't seem to be getting it through on the net. KE8MMY.
W8WKY.
I'm hearing you now. I see you're coming in through the 700. What radio did you get?
So this is the one I'm talking to you on. So 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, are you waiting for me to ask you what happened to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Well, and that's what answered my question. Thank you very much.
What's going on? Is the microphone dropping after a certain amount of time, or the TX is dropping? What's going on?
No, the radio under test it appears to be functioning, but I wasn't getting through, and so I'm going to one of my regular radios to talk to you right now, and so that was just a way to see which radio's getting through and which one isn't, and apparently I have something to learn about this device under test yet, so. That was what I was looking for. I didn't know if I was just getting stepped on or if I just wasn't making it through, and I wasn't making it through. KE8MMY.
I definitely missed a few tonight, Chris, but I recognize your voice. But why are you being so mysterious about the device?
Oh, not so much I mean a mystery, just it was easier to say the one that works and the one that doesn't, instead of going through the long story of saying, the one that I just received that I don't know anything about and I'm trying to get it to work and have to learn the programming and all these other things, so because it might be just something as simple as maybe I don't have the CPCSS code correct or something like that. So the one I'm talking to you on now is the one I'm always talking to you on. And the one that nobody heard was something that came in the mail today. KE8MMY. Back to you, Nick.
I'm going to get up on my soapbox now, Chris. Because I do not understand, I fail to understand why choosing what kind of tone you're going to be using is always in one spot in the menu, and then what the actual CTSS code, CTCS, whatever the PL tone is usually in a completely different place, different from that menu. They're never right next to each other. I'm sure that there is some engineering reason that is way above my pay grade and understanding why it is that you have to choose the squelch type in one menu and then go someplace completely different to put in what PL tone you're going to be using. So you just have to figure it out and work your way around it. Read a manual. Golly, that's so hard to say. And Yaesus are horrible about where the menus randomly go from place to place from. And I'm a Yaesu fanboy. And the only radio I've ever taken out of the box and been able to program in a repeater without having to crack a manual is the ICOM 5100. Go ahead, Chris. That random key up has been dispensed with. KE8MMY, KD8SLG. I can see you keying up, but I'm not getting any audio, so something's not quite right still.
W4VA Gainesville, that's somebody aggravating you. That's not him talking to you, W4VA.
Well, all right. It's KD8SLG. This is KE8MMY. I'm going to go to bed, so we'll catch up with you maybe on Saturday, maybe. KE8MMY, 73.
KE8MMY, KD8SLG. I'll talk to you before then. I'll catch you in the mornings for sure. You're always there. I won't be able to make lunch on Saturday, I don't think. We have our first field day meeting Saturday, and that was scheduled before the lunch. I knew about the lunch. Well, it was just a crossover there. So, but we'll talk to you later there, Chris. We'll get it worked out. KE8MMY, KD8SLG. Other station that came in there, I'm sorry I missed your call sign. I'm watching the dashboard. Somebody from the Dewdrop Inn was just dead keying there. Chris is coming in through another repeater hooked up through Allstar Link, so I could see somebody on there keying up, but it wasn't him, I guess. Or if it was him, I wasn't hearing anything. KD8SLG, go ahead.
KD8SLG, KE8VZA.
Derek, what's up? KE8VZA, KD8SLG, how you doing, man?
Dude, you hit it on the head. You hit the nail on the head about the setting of the code type and then setting the tone frequency and them being in two different spots. The 991A had me going in circles last night.
Yeah, dude, I've had that radio for 3 years now, and I just grabbed. I have the Nifty manual underneath it, and lo and behold, it's open to the page for programming and using memory channels. I cannot remember how to do it on this radio. Drives me nuts, man. That's why I don't have any memories in there. So, yeah, man, I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
W8WKY.
AFI, ABB comment.
Go, comment.
Yeah, the 991 Alpha that I have at home. That's why I use that RT Systems memory programmer. I program it via the computer because I never have been able to figure out how to use that programming the 991 Alpha memory slot unless I use the RT Systems memory computer program. Back to you guys, KF580, sir.
Well, I keep missing your call sign, but I got a hard, fast rule about radios, and that is if I can't program them out in the field from the face, they aren't going to be any use to me if I'm not sitting in front of a computer. So while I certainly understand using the software to program things, I think it's kind of important to be able to play your radio without plugging it into a Windows box. What do you think about that, Eric?
KE8VZA returning. I agree 100%, Nick. That's always been my goal with radios. I've used software before, and it is nice, like for an initial setup, perhaps, or a follow-up setup to the initial. But yeah, I always like to know how to do it from the faceplate.
Nick, KE8SLQ, KF5ADZ, and Eric, and I'm not going to remember Eric's call sign. But anyways, yeah, it's just the fact that it's easier that way. I agree with you guys 100%. Everything else I can do on my radios via the field, but I don't use the memories too much except for what I have dumped in them for the, well, it has both the frequencies that I use up here when I'm up here in Ohio, and has the frequencies I use down in Cibolo. So there you go. And that's granted, and I agree with you 100%. And that's why I play with it every now and then, and I mess up my memories, and I get frustrated, and I go ahead and program them back in that way. And so, but I agree with you, Nick, 100%. It's better to learn how to do it. That's how I can program the both ends by field use and not necessarily have to use chirp. You know, I do use chirp occasionally because it's easier in some ways, but I can do it hand jam in the daylight out of me. KF580, back to you guys.
Holy cow, it's Nickelodeon. KF580. You were so down in the noise I could barely understand you, but I got all that time, and I recognize your voice again. Nick! Nickelodeon. Good to have you up here in Ohio, buddy. Yeah, and you know the Baofungs are in a class by themselves, I guess, or remedial class. No, and you know what? I can program Baofungs from the face now, which I consider an accomplishment, to be honest with you. I mean, the first thing when I do when I get a Baofeng is plug it into Chirp, and I put in all those FRS, GMRS, and weather channels off of that. Boom, they're in there. And, of course, I've saved Chirp with all of the local repeaters programmed in there. So when I get a Baofeng, which happens from time to time, I can do a real quick programming on them. And nice thing about Baofengs, at that cost level, I've got a couple of them that are just geographically specific. I have one that's for State College, Pennsylvania, with all the State College stuff in there. And I got one for here with all the Ohio stuff in there. And I got one of the tri-banders with the 220 stuff. And pretty much all I have in that is, you know, the generic stuff and then the 220s. So, there's a time and a place for everything, but I like to be able to play radio without having to plug it in. That was my point I was making there. But Nick, it's so good to have you up here in Northeast Ohio, buddy. You and Sandy. Go, Eric.
KE8VZA returning. Nickelodeon, it's good to hear you via RF. I look forward to meeting you and Sandy at the meeting next week. One radio, the one I'm talking on right now, is a Yaesu FTM 6000, which was my first non-HT radio, and it is amazingly easy to program. I don't know that too many people consider it because, there are other radios like my FTM 300D that do a lot more. And it's not terrible to program, but the 6000 is just amazingly easy.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Kilo Alpha.
Alpha Bravo 8, Mike Oscar.
Go Josh. Hang on, Andy.
I was just gonna say that I love that that I got a 6000R and I love that radio too. Very simple, good for the mobile. Love it. Good radio. Andy, thought you were going to bed. Go ahead, Andy.
Couldn't put the radio down. Yeah, I was going to ask about, is the meeting the third Thursday of the month? So that would be a week from tomorrow, not tomorrow, I think. Oh my gosh. I don't know who it goes to. Nickelodeon, I think it goes to you. I'll stick around for about a round or two. So, KF580E in the group, ABNMO.
Thanks, take control of the airways, because I sure can't control it from down in the basement. So, thank you very much. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just let the radio on is what happened. And I kind of heard Nick talking about the radio, and Eric was talking about this 991 Alpha, and I've got one of those as well. Love the radio, but just a real pain in the neck to sometimes get the channels turned in, but not that can't do. But it's a workhorse. It's a workout for me to get that done. I think it's partly because my brain doesn't want to function as well as it should, and I do a flip the disc and then my so I'm going to have to let it go and let you guys do it. I'm going to have to do this, and I don't want to get too loud, but sometimes I get too loud, and I got to just sleep in my little stick. So go, you guys take care, have a good night. 7-2, KF5, AV, clear, Georgia.
KF580E, Katie at SLG. Rough copy there, Nick, but I caught you saying goodnight, and give Sandy a hug for me, if you would, please. KG5SYC. You kids have a good night, and when get on the barometer net in the morning. Good hearing you. It's great having you in town, and look forward to seeing you next week, Andy. AB8MO, Katie at SLG. Yeah, meeting is next Thursday. We'll be meeting for dinner at 5-ish at Casa Nuestra, usual place. And it should be a good meeting, I think. Short presentation from Ken Dorsey about something that I don't remember right now. Trying to convince Gary that he should do a State of the Union address, a State of the Club address, if you will, being January, and he's the president. I thought that was very fitting. And I think we're going to have a bunch of time to just sit around and be a club, like for an hour again, which I think was great. Our last meeting where we had an hour to just hang out after the business meeting and the presentation, I'd like to make that a regular function every once in a while. KD8 SLG over to K8BZA. Go, Eric.
K8BZA returning. Yeah, Nick, that was pretty cool last meeting. I liked that format. What else? Oh, hey, since I moved the 300 to the car, I discovered, much to my dismay, that with my polarized sunglasses, I can't read the display unless I turn my head to the side. I didn't have that problem with the 6000. Lovely.
W8WKY.
No, let me make sure I got it. KE8BKA. Never thought about that problem before. That kind of stinks. But, yeah, with that little, I guess it's a LCD? Yeah, LCD, not LED. I don't know. Whatever the little display is that it has, since it's not a fancy touchscreen or anything like that, makes sense that you can see it. But anyways, I didn't have too much to add. I get some of the things. I guess some of the things with the 991A are a little weird, and the menu system took me a little while to get used to. But I've enjoyed having it so far. So I like all the features it has. I gotta dust it off here. I do need to send it into Yaesu though, and have them look at the speaker, and maybe have them fix it somehow. It does a weird thing where you'll just be listening, all of a sudden it'll kind of cut out, and then you just go up and you mess with the volume, you turn it up, and it pops back on. So it's a little weird. So I'll send it back to them because I got the warranty for a couple of years, and then should be all good to go there. All right, over to Andy, KE8VKA, over to AB8MO.
K8VKA in the group. This is AB8MO. All right, very good there, Josh. Yeah, my 991 was doing a weird thing for a while. It kind of stopped, but on tuning now, the automatic antenna tuner on 40 and 60 meters for a while was failing to tune anything. Even if I put it on both of my HF antennas are resonant on 40 meters, and if I go and try to tune a resonant antenna, it would give me like a 5-to-1 SWR. So it wasn't right. But lately, it's been working okay. For about the last 2, 3, 4 months, I haven't had a problem. It's mostly when it's cold in the house. But lately, I haven't had an issue. But if it starts up again, I might still send it back to them anyway and say this has been an intermittent issue. It sounds like both of our issues may be an issue with something just needs to be resoldered, and it probably will go away. So anyway, thanks, Nick, for the answer on the, let's see, it'll be next Thursday. So thank you much. Let's see, Nick signed, yeah, it was a little bit rough there, copy. So I don't go to RF, even though that's the way it has to be, because I want people to understand me. So anyway, I'm going to abandon you guys, and I am going to go to bed. I am laying in bed now, so I am going to go to sleep. Nighty-night, Josh, and Nick, I think you're the only two ones left now. KD8SLG to take it. This is AB8MO. I'll listen out.
AB8MO, KD8SLG. Have a good night there, Andy. Good talking to you, and look forward to seeing you. And sleep well there, my friend. Let's see, VZA. Horizontal versus vertical polarization seems to be a continental variance. I've noticed that some of my computer monitors have the polarization going the wrong direction. That is, I can't look at them when I have sunglasses on. I have not tried it with my FTM 500, which gives me pause because I can't imagine they're using a different screen orientation for the 500 than they do for the 300. So I'm going to have to check on that, but I have not had the 500 out in the wild yet. Sitting on the bench where I don't usually wear my sunglasses because I don't have to inside. It hasn't prevented me from doing it before, but I usually don't. I will say that the FTM 400 looks absolutely stunning through my polarized Ray-Ban lenses. As to problems with any of the Yaesu products, give them a call and let me warn you before you talk to them that one of the first things they're going to have you do is reset everything. So if you have a way to save your settings, do so before giving them a holler. But they're going to want to talk to you before you box it up. Just going to say, I've sent enough of them back. They're going to walk you through and try to keep you from doing that before you ever get there. KE8VZA, KDSLG. You still there, Eric?
KD8SLG, KE8VZA. I'm here. For some reason, back to the PL tones, I was messing around with that on the 991A yesterday, trying to get into that Parma net, and looked it up on their website, and here they have, I knew some of this, they have 3 repeaters linked together, like I think all the time, a 220 repeater, a 440 repeater, and a 2-meter repeater, and I'm wondering if they block input from the 440 repeater, perhaps. Maybe they only allow input through the 2-meter repeater, because once their net was over, I got right in. So go figure.
Whoops, bumped the VFO. KE8VKA, let me make sure I got it. Yeah, I wonder if that was the Parma Radio Club net. I've heard them a couple of times, and I think that's the KB8WLW repeater, but I'm not sure. That repeater's been acting up for a while, too. It's been a little weird. It'll do a thing where it'll, somebody be talking. Actually, sometimes even somebody doesn't have to be talking, and it'll get all echoey, like it gets stuck in an infinite echo. Kind of like, sounded like when I've heard like an Allstar Node, like a loop back. So, I don't know. That repeater, I don't know what was going on with it, but that's too bad what you were saying about the settings, resetting everything before sending the radio back. I'll have to get myself a programming cable. I need to do that anyways for a couple of my radios. I wonder if I got to look it up and see if I can use the same programming cable for the 991A, the 6000, and the 8800 that I have out in the cars. Probably not, but I'm not sure. I'll look it up and see if I can use Chirp. And then, yeah, that FTM 400, I might be trying to save up for one of those. We'll see. Anyways, I'll stick around for one more round before I should probably go up to bed. KE8VKA over to KD8SLG.
Forget about it, Josh. You're staying up all night. It's after party time, man. Yeah, I'm just, I've called with enough stupid questions to Yaesu, and they can walk you through some stuff sometimes that might surprise you. But you know what? My 991A speaker has been flawless, to say the least. It's pretty much the only. I've got 3 radios that I don't have external speakers hooked up to. 991A is one of them. That's a really, really good speaker, and it's a shame if it's skitzing out on you. I don't know what to say about Andy's thing. If the tuner doesn't want to tune on something, it's telling you that it's not resonant and that it's above 3.0 on an SWR. So, if it's doing it intermittently, well, Andy, if you're still listening, that I don't know what to tell you there, but that thing's pretty, well, it works generally, or at least it makes noises like it's working. So there's that. I have not used the 6000. I know a couple of you guys have them out there and seem to like them a lot, and that's really cool. I just never bought one because, well, I'm a digital dude. If it doesn't have C4 FM, I try to avoid it. Says the guy who's right now talking on a 2980, which is a single band, no C4 FM stuff in there. So there you go. Over to you, Eric.
Yeah, they're still good radios. I like them. But picture, if you will, what the next generation 991 might be, with a screen on par with maybe the 710 or that other, the DX10, an SD card slot.
Caught me in the middle of a solder here. Let me make sure I got it. All right, KE8VKA returning. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. Because the 991A is rather old at this point. I mean, as far as, I guess if you're comparing it to something like, I don't know, computers and cell phones. But, no, it still works good for, it's a great radio. But, yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they do next. What was I going to say about the digital stuff? Oh, yeah. I was messing around with the W8WKY 70 centimeter digital repeater the other day, and I linked it up to, what was it? Some digital net. I think it was like some like net that was carried by the Dewdrop Inn, and man, it was just rough copy. So I don't know, but I've listened to some stuff on digital where it sounds good, and some where it's something's not right. So I'm trying to like it. But maybe it'd be better if I got myself a Node. But we'll see. I don't know. But all right, I'm gonna finish this solder joint, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and go to bed because I got a meeting in the morning. So I'll say 7-3 to you guys. Thanks for letting me jump in and play radio a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night, Eric. Have a good night, Nick. KE8VKA is clear, and QRT.
KE8VKA, VKA, yes. Katie at SLG. Have a good night there, Josh, and give Lucy a kick for me when you get into bed. Yeah, a kick. That's it. I will make mention of, 991A is aging, but the 710 and the DX10 are the replacements for it. These manufacturers, ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood, they've gotten away from making these shack-in-a-box radios. They don't want you to have everything in one place. They don't want you to have UHF and VHF on your HF rig, because then why would you buy a UHF or VHF rig? That's the only explanation I have for it, because, some of the older radios are awesome that have everything in a box. The 891, the ICOM 706, Mark IIG. So those radios that have everything in one box are becoming a rare commodity. I'm glad I got a 991A. What's another one? 7100. The ICOM 7100 has everything right there in one place. And, they're getting away from that. The 7100's on the, I don't think is being manufactured much anymore list as well. And I'm waiting for the 991A to become an endangered species. And I bet you the price jumps up a whole bunch. Josh, have a good night. Katie at SLG. Guess it's you and me, Eric.
KEAVCA returning. Good night, Josh. Andy, if you're still listening, have a good night. That doesn't surprise me. I think there's a Kenwood too. Is there like a TS2000? I think that's a shack in a box, or was. Well, it still is, but it's not made anymore. I kind of get their rationale from a sales marketing perspective. They want to sell you more stuff, and it is kind of nice. Like, I've got my 991A. I've been playing around listening to HF while the net was going on, and it's kind of nice to do that.
Katie at SLG returning. Oh man, I used to do that all the time during the nighttime nets. I'd be working it on one of my radios, and I'd be running FT8 on the 991A at the same time, and I'd be making contacts while listening to the net. That multitasking is fun.
Yeah, FT8, that's something I got to get going on. That sounds like could be cool. I've watched a few YouTube videos on it, and it doesn't look terribly difficult to set up, but it does look really cool to me. It took me a little time to get the 991A working on FT8. There's a couple of settings in there. I think I saved a video. There was one video that I found on YouTube that actually walked you through step by step by step that actually worked. I'll see if I still have that around. But yeah, it's FT8's fun and all, but I get why POTA guys do it because you get that instant confirmation. But man, when I go to a POTA event and there's 3 or 4 people lined up all doing FT8, it's like being in a library and watching people watch paint dry. KE8VZA returning. Yeah, I kind of like voice communications better. It was kind of nice this last Saturday talking to those 2 guys in Colorado, and that one guy on his cabin cruiser out in the Gulf of Mexico. That was a riot, and taking shots at trying to get into a couple of those Canadian stations out in Western Canada. This one guy down in Dominican Republic. I never did get into those, but the others were a blast. It's always fun to find people in some other something different. NJ5 Zulu John there on the net earlier tonight. I caught him. He checked into the Boredom Breaker net one afternoon as he was flying over Tulsa, and I really enjoyed getting that check in. That was pretty cool. It's always fun when you find somebody who's maritime mobile or Aero mobile is way cool. So yeah, it's fun to reach out there, but FT8's like instant gratification, and you don't have to pay a whole lot of attention to it. You look over there once in a while, click a button, and see if it happens. Yeah, I guess it's the geek in me that finds FT8 attractive. I'll never give up on the voice mode. I love that too much. My brother is a pilot for Delta, and a couple times he's texted me, "Hey, I'm going to be flying through Cleveland airspace at yada yada time on XYZ frequency," and so I'll tune in and I can hear him talking to their control teams. It's kind of cool. BQX, Joe, K8BQX, he's a pilot as well, and those guys have radios on the airplanes, but they're set at particular frequencies for what they need it for. But they do have HF radios as well, and it's just it blows my mind when you listen to those guys. They are very conservative with any words they say. When you talk about moving traffic, man, those guys don't say anything but tail number and heading, and boom, they're done. There's not a whole lot of conversation there. Yeah, after listening to them, I asked my brother, how do you even understand half of what the other guys are saying? And he says you get used to the flow of communication and the steps, in the process, and you pretty much know what's coming next, and or know at least what options are coming next. And it's like, well, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then by virtue of that, if something unexpected comes up, you usually tune into that right away too.
W8WKY.
Yeah, those guys have a certain cadence, and they're expecting this and that, and that's all they're listening for. And if you're one of, if you know your tail number, you're going to listen to it. KD8SLG with KE8VZA
VZA, that just sounds like garbage to anybody who isn't listening for call signs. So yeah, we kind of already have that routine down, but yeah, they blast through them pretty quickly, and to us, the uninitiated, it just sounds like a real quick blurt of nothing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, you rattled off our call signs there, and I'm like, oh yeah, Nick and me.
Training the ears. All right, man. I'm about ready to call it a night. This is one of those. Well, let's see. We had, I think, 42 or 43 check-ins on the Board and Breaker net this afternoon, and we had 42 this evening. That's a lot of listening, and I'm about ready to call it a day there, buddy. But it's good talking to you, man. I like the little after-party thing, and I don't get to spend nearly quite enough time with some of you on the radio that I would like, and you're one of those. So, good talking to you there, Eric. I'm going to stick around for one more. What do you got?
Well, thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. I really enjoy talking to you too, and the others as well. And for once, I could stay awake after one of the nets and not fall asleep with the mic in my hand without even the energy to push the button, let alone speak. Anyway, yeah, I'm starting to fade here too, so I think I'm going to call it quits after your final here, KE8VZA.
Well, good talking to you, man, and look forward to seeing you next week at the meeting. I hope I won't be making Nor's meeting on Saturday because I have a field day meeting, and we're starting to get that all ramped up well in advance of field day this year, which gives me a great amount of joy. So, be listening for you here on the airwaves, man. We'll talk to you later there. KE8VZA, KD8SLG. Have a great night. I'll be clear on your final.
Okay there, Nick. Yeah, I will be at the meeting next week. I won't be able to make dinner beforehand, unfortunately, even though I'm craving a Texas burrito. I may just have to make a trip down there and get one on the off schedule. But, yeah, no problem on the Saturday lunch. That we'll have to do our best to make sure all of the hula hoops get eaten. But with that, this is KE8VZA clear with KD8SLG. And KE8VZA QRT.
W8WKY. W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8.